the servlet technology. But now people are using JSP, but internally again it uses servlets. JSP is going to use internally servlets, but we are not dealing directly with the servlets. When you want to write any controller, probably at that time you can use servlet. But for user interface, for dynamically created pages, you can use JSP. That's a better option rather than using the servlet print writer object. So let us look into JSP. What exactly the JSP is? A JSP is nothing but server-side program that is similar in design and functionality to a Java servlet. Okay, so Java servlet basically runs in the server side. Whenever we make any request goes to servlet and servlet is going to be responding it. For dynamic content, we use the servlet. If it is static content, straight away your web application server can deliver the HTML page. But whenever it is dynamically generated content, so dynamically somebody should do that. Servlets are basically doing that particular thing. So servlets are basically running in the server side. So whenever you make a request, if it is dynamic page, server side Java servlets, they are going to be responding there. So here servlets, they respond if you want to create dynamic content. But in the case of servlet, you have to use print writer. With the help of print writer, you need to here, write everything. You need to format text. You need to put there. So if it's a link, you need to put less than, anchor tag. Then all that you need to do manually. That's highly error prone. So instead of that, you can use the JSP. JSP is basically what? It is similar in design and functionality to a Java servlet. Okay, a JSP is called by a client to provide a web service. The nature of which depends on the J2EE application. A JSP processes the request by using logic built into the JSP or by calling other web components built using Java servlet technology or some enterprise Java-based technology. So JSP can use EJB or it can use servlet. Depending on the application, either it can use EJB or it can be using the servlet. So either using servlet or EJB, the JSP is going to be working. But basically, most of the time, JSP uses the servlet technology only. Okay. So once the request is processed, the JSP responds by sending the results to the client. It can format automatically the output and it can send to the client. That is possible with the JSP. A JSP is going to differ from a Java servlet in the way in which the JSP is written. Okay. So a Java servlet is written using the programming language and responses are encoded as an output string object that is passed to the println method. You can see here you are using println. With the help of println, either we send it or with the help of the write we are going to send. We are using here write or we can use sometimes println. With the help of that we send to the output with the servlets. But as far as JSP is concerned, it is going to be slightly different. JSP is going to be slightly different. So here we write the required things using HTML as well as XML or in the client's format, that is interspersed with scripting elements, directives and actions comprised of Java programming language and JSP syntax. JSP has its own syntax. So whatever you write is going to be in the HTML or in the XML or in a special format that can be understood by scripting elements. You have in this directives as well as actions. So they are basically of the Java programming only, but written as here JSP syntax. So using JSP syntax, we can be doing it. See, JSP is very simpler to create than a Java servlet because a JSP is written in HTML rather than with the Java programming language. We don't use any Java programming language, something like this here. So we are going to write in the HTML only. Since we are going to write in HTML, it can be very simple JSP page and compared with the servlet. So JSP is not cluttered with many println methods as found in a Java servlet. Either we use write or we use println. So with the help of that, normally you write servlet output. But we don't use any println method or write method as far as JSP is concerned. We use HTML with the help of that only. You output everything. We are going to output with the help of that. So whatever Java servlet is offering, same is offered by JSP, but that is totally abstracted from us. There are basically three methods which are called automatically when a JSP is requested and when JSP terminates normally. So first one is what? Init method. It's called a JSP init, and similarly it is called as service method, and one more thing is destroy method. We have here three methods. As a servlet has three methods, in the servlet also we have init method, service method, destroy method. So same thing happens in the JSP also. JSP init, then followed by service. After that, JSP destroy. These methods are going to be getting called. This constitutes actually a JSP page life cycle. Every page has a life cycle. First of all, page must be initialized. Then after that, it should be rendered into, it should be loaded into memory. From memory, it should be sent to the client. So once client receives that, no longer the page is required in the server side. So your application, here your container, application container is going to be deleting the page from memory. So like this, we have a life cycle for the JSP page. We have here events like JSP init, service, and last one is going to be JSP destroy, just like the servlet. In the servlet also we have init method, service method, and destroy method. In the same manner, JSP is also going to work with us. So in the case of JSP also, whenever you call a JSP page, first of all, JSP init comes into scenario. Then after that, you have a service method. Then followed by other thing is here JSP destroy. So these automatically they fire for us. They are going to be working for us automatically. So these three are very, very important methods as far as JSP page is concerned. So every, either it's servlet or it is the JSP, they have a life cycle. Life cycle means what? First of all, when you make a request, the object is created. Then after that, object is going to serve us whatever it is supposed to serve, it serves. Then after that, object will be removed from memory. It is as per session. For each and every user, a different page gets created. Then what happens after that? It is going to serve. Then after that, it will be destroyed. So like this, it happens. So this creation, then serving, then destroying all takes place in the memory, not on the disk. In the disk, once you create, it's going to be as it is. But whenever user is making a request, what happens in the user session, an object gets created. So that is going to serve the purpose. Then after that, you are going to destroy that in the memory. So automatically these are done in the JSP life cycle. You have a JSP init, service you have in that. Other thing is what? JSP destroy. So whatever JSP page is created, so what happens in that case? First of all, it's getting created. Then whatever it is going to serve, it serves. At the end of that in the memory, it will be removed. So like this, normally a JSP life cycle we have. Same life cycle we have with the servlet. Init, service, another thing is what? Destroy. So it is in fact servlet only, but we have better user interface. So the user interface you can write with the help of the HTML. So like this, the JSP is going to be working. Okay. So whenever we create JSP pages, we keep the JSP page in the same HTML folder. Wherever you are creating HTML pages, in the same folder we are going to create it. But when you look at the Java servlets, they are going to be getting placed in a classes folder. Normally, a servlet class will be kept in the classes folder, whereas the JSP is going to be getting created in the HTML pages folder only. Wherever you put your HTML pages, there itself you are going to have that particular thing. So to create JSP, we use actually tags, JSP tags we use. Normally when you look at HTML page, you have HTML tags. So similar to them, you have JSP tags. A JSP program does consist of a combination of HTML tags and JSP tags. You can have two different types of tags in the JSP page. In the HTML page, you have only HTML tags, but as far as JSP is concerned, you have JSP tags. JSP tags define Java code that is to be executed before the output of the JSP program is sent to the browser. You are making a request for JSP page. So JSP page may be containing both HTML tags as well as JSP tags. So all the JSP tags, they are going to be converted to HTML format before the output is sent to the client. Client is nothing but here browser. So from browser you are making a request goes to server, you are making a request for JSP. So whenever you make a request for JSP page, whatever content is available in the JSP page, so that is going to be delivered to the client. But your JSP page may contain HTML tags as well as JSP tags. If your JSP page is not containing any JSP tags, straight away the page can be delivered. But if it's containing any JSP tags, in such case JSP tags are translated into here HTML format, and that is sent to the browser. So like that JSP tags we are going to use. Here JSP tag is going to be starting with less than symbol percent and going to be ending with the percent greater than. So normally JSP tags they start like this. A JSP tag is going to be something like this here, less than percent, and it's going to end with percent greater than. So in between this we can be writing here whatever different tags are available for JSP. You have basically 5 different types of tags in the JSP: a comment tag, a declaration statement tag, a directive tag, and one more thing is going to be here. The 2 more things are going to be expression tags and scriptlet tags. We have basically 5 different types of tags as far as JSP is concerned. So first one is going to be a comment tag. You can insert comments in the JSP page. Declaration statement tags. So with the help of the declaration statements tags, we can define variables, we can define objects, and we can define even methods. A method can be defined, or we can declare a variable, we can declare objects with the help of the declaration statement tags. We start them with the like this, less than percent we use here, then followed by exclamation, then here inside this you can declare the variables. Whatever variables, whatever objects you want to declare, inside that you can declare them. And whenever you want to have any comments can be like this, less than, then percent here, followed by here we put hyphen hyphen. 2 hyphens we are going to put. This is called as here a JSP comment tag. You can put like this. This is going to be JSP comment tag, and this is what here JSP declaration tag. So similarly we have there JSP here directive tags. We can have directive tags here like this. We can put them. This is what less than, followed by percent, then at the rate symbol we use. With the help of this we are going to make the here the directive tags. So what is directive tag we discuss. So percent, now here you can put percent, then greater than, like this we can put it. So directive tags we are going to put like that. Then other thing is going to be here expression tags. So expression tags we are going to put in this manner, less than percent, then equal to, you can put now expression here. Normally expression evaluates to something there, percent greater than, like this. This is called as here expression tag. One other thing is going to be scriptlet tag. Like this you can put here, and inside this you can be writing the script. That means Java code you are going to write, that is called as script. Now let us create sample JSP page with the help of these tags. First of all, this is what here it is actually we are going to declare objects here, that is called as declaration statement tags. So this is here declaration statement tag, this is the comment tag, then this is going to be what exactly? It is going to be here, this one is going to be here at the rate symbol with that directive tags we have, and this is what expression tag, and this is going to be scriptlet. We can have basically 5 different types of tags in this. First one is going to be here declaration, second thing is going to be comment, and third one is what directive tag, and this one is going to be based on the expression tags, and this is going to be here scriptlet. We have applet, servlet, scriptlet. Scriptlet is nothing but a block of code we are going to keep within the JSP. In the Java server page you can keep it. That is called as basically a scriptlet. Now let us try to create here a JSP page, JSP application. Let us try to make it this. Go with the file here, try to create a new application. This is here dynamic web project we take. Then click on next here. Project name is JSP app. JSP application we make like this. It's a JSP based application we are trying to make, and click on the next here, then finish. We have a source folder, src folder. Similarly, a web content folder available. In the web content folder, let us try to put it. Now, this is exactly what a JSP application we are trying to make. In this we are going to make a JSP application. When you expand here, we have web content folder. In this meta INF, web INF, then we don't have here any web.xml file, I think. There is only lib folder. We don't have any web.xml. We create later on web.xml. So we have here just lib folder. Now let us write inside this a JSP. Let us write actually now a JSP page inside this. So sorry, in the root of the web content folder, let us try to create. Go with this now. Create a new JSP page. Go with this here. Click on the JSP file. Let us try to create a JSP page in this. So JSP page, I want to make it as index.jsp. Index.jsp, click on this finish now. A Java server page, basic page will be getting created for us. Automatically, certain code is written for us. This is called as here page directive. Less than %@page, it is saying that this is a JSP page. Java server page based page, it is saying like this. Page language equal to Java is written here. Content type is text/HTML. Character set ISO 88591. Page encoding is going to be, this is East West European as well as American English encoding they are using. Page encoding equal to ISO 8859-1, like this it's creating. It is looking like actually HTML page only for us. Looking like HTML page, but now inside this you can insert the JSP tags. If you want to insert JSP tags inside this, they can be inserted now. Let me do with the declaration tags as well as expression tags first of all. Take here %, then followed by exclamation. Here it is int age. I write here int age equal to, I can put some value here. Int age equal to some 30 I put here, followed by put a semicolon like this. Int age equal to 30 I'm keeping here. So next thing is what I would like to print this one here. How to print this is declaration tag. For this purpose, I can be using here expression tags. I put like this page and this paragraph. Then your age is here. Take like this. Now we need to print the age there. Put like this here, less than. Then this is going to be %, and we put here equal symbol. Then followed by age we put here. Then again we made like this here. So this is going to be printing the age for us. This can print for an age for us. So here int age equal to 30. This is called as here declaration tag, and this is exactly what it is going to be expression tag. It is evaluating age value, whatever is there, it's going to evaluate immediately. It's going to be printing for us. This is called as expression tag, and this is called as here a declaration tag. Let us try to render this now. Showing there age is 30. Whatever I entered, it is coming there. Age equal to 30 we have in that. But now I want to generate randomly the required code. I would like to generate code randomly. So for that purpose, I should be importing. I have to import the concerned namespace in the concerned package. So therefore, for that purpose, I can use one more attribute of the page here in this. So here, give a space, followed by, here I write import equal to import equal to, I can put here java.util.star. I can put like this here, java.util.star. With the help of that, I am trying to take it. Import equal to java.util.star I have taken. Now age equal to here I can do with the help of the random. Okay, so I can be making it with the help of the random in that. Here, before making this one, try to declare here a random object. Random object R&D This is equal to new random, try to put here new random, let us try to put like this. So using this random object now I can be accessing it. Age equal to what I write, object R&D, then dot, it is going to be here. Next I use next int, followed by I can use here some 50 value. So now what happens, it can pick here random value, then here it is going to show a different value every time. So to import library, here I have written like this. I'm going to write here the one of the attributes is what, import java.util.star. So all the classes from the util package now they are going to be included. So since random is part of that, it is going to be included here. I create random object, it's in the declaration part, then I'm writing here int age equal to object rnd.next int 50. It can pick any value between 0 to 50 there. After that we are trying to print it. So like this I have created here, I have declared two variables. The first one is what, a random object. Second thing is going to be what in this next int 50, that is up to 50 it can pick some value. So therefore now try to render this. This time it is saying 42, your age is 42. If you refresh this, probably you get a different value in that. If you try to refresh this, so page is not loading every time. This time it has shown 42. So next time what we do, we try to render again this one. Something different. 27 showing like this. So here, this way what is happening, we are getting different data. So random is working for us in this. How we have declared variables, random object rnd equal to new random, int age equal to object rnd dot next int 50. Your age is here less than percent equal to age percent greater than. This is called as here expression. This is called as expression. Like this we have written. So this what type of tag exactly? Second one is expression tag. First one is actually declaration tag. Now suppose you want to evaluate it further. You have age variable. This age you want to evaluate. In such cases, you can be using there a scriptlet. With the help of scriptlet, further we can evaluating that. So here see, we write like this, less than percent we put here. This is called as here scriptlet. Automatically is shown for us here. This is called as scriptlet for us. After that what we do, we close the P here in this. P is not closed properly. So let me close the P here. Slash P, we are closing there. Next we come with the scriptlet. Here I want to evaluate the given script. I would like to evaluate the given script in that with the help of the scriptlet. Using scriptlet now I am going to do that. Here I can write actually code, so that code can be evaluated here in this. So we can use here scriptlet. With the help of scriptlet we can do it. Here try to use if condition. I am trying to use here if condition. If I write age, if age greater than or equal to 18, so what we put here, if age is greater than or equal to 18, then here write like this. We are going to write in this way. We need to show in the different, with different HTML tags, we have to show content. Therefore, we try to write this way here. If condition we have taken, so this will be first of all close percent, this one followed by here put h1 we write here, this is style, we have tag style equal to color, put it as, this will be blue, take like this, semicolon we put here, then here we try to semicolon, this is, we close this here, then inside this we can be printing it. We are going to print it like this. This will be, this person is adult, like this you can print it. We are going to print in this way. Then after that, once again we need to close the slash h1 here. H1 we close like this, h1 we are going to close like this. Then after that it is going to be here, once again less than percent we use here, another one we are going to start, another one we are going to start here, we write here else part, else we write again, this will be percent greater than, then h1 we use once again, we can use here this, else we write here, else once again we are going to put like this, then followed by here we need to close the tag, this is percent greater than, and here also it should be again this way we are going to put it. So ultimately we can have in this manner, this can be, this time we try to use this as some green we put here, see is still a child, like this we can put. This way we are going to show in different colors, we are trying to show in different colors, this one here we try to show in different colors, this one. So this way it is going to be depending on the value it can print for us. If age is greater than or equal to 18, it's going to show in the person, sorry, person is adult, otherwise person is still a child, like this is going to display message for us depending on the age. Age is randomly picked here, and this part is called as basically servlet, this is called as scriptlet. This part is called as here scriptlet, we have here scriptlet shown for us, this part is called as scriptlet. We are keeping it the less than percent and percent greater than, in between we are trying to write it. This part is called as scriptlet. In the scriptlet, whatever code you would like to write, you can write. Let us run this here, how this works, see. Okay, saying that delete that particular token, there is some mistake in the syntax. Where is that? We've taken that way, percent. Okay, some extra tag has come for us that we need to delete. We have come like that. This one also we should remove in that. Okay, now let me render this. Unable to compile class for JSP, line number, else delete this token, it says here. Okay, if you come to the else part, if age is greater than or equal to 18, h1 we kept here, else we are writing, this is correct only, else we write here, else, okay, h1 we write like this. Let us try to put otherwise in this way. to the curly braces, and here close display curly braces. After that we take here else, then where do we close curly braces? Here you can put the curly braces closing once like this. Let us try to put. Still, do we have any error in this? Percent greater than, we are closing there. Okay, that is fine. Then similarly, why extra tag is required here for us? This should be less than percent greater than. We kept like this. This is fine. It is saying like this. This your age is 20. This person is adult. It is saying. Okay. Once again, try to show another page in this. One as announce server. Finish. This person is adult. It's saying. Every time it's taking 20 only. So what is the reason? Have we made anything like 20 in that? Age equal to next int 50 only we have taken. So fine. We try to once again render. It's taking constant value 20 only always. Okay. Stop this server totally. Try to generate every time. This time it says this person is still a child, like this is giving. So the code block is working for us. Whatever scriptlet we have written, it's working properly. So look at the index.jsp. Here we used three different types of tags. One is here the declaration tag. Second thing is here expression tag, and third thing is here exactly this is a scriptlet tag. We have written here three different types of tags in this. And one more tag on the top we are using, that is called as directive tag. This is called as here directive tag. With help of directive tag we are directing it. So these are the four different types of tags we can use. The other one is going to be exactly what comment tag. When you want to put comments, you can use their comment tags. So here you can take it, you can put the comment. This is what lesson, and put here. This is sample JSP code. We write like this. This is called as now a JSP comment. This is called as here JSP comment. So this way we are writing the JSP comment, but here we require a percent symbol also. We use percent symbol, and here also once again we require percent symbol. This is called as this is called as here a comment. We can say this as a comment here. Symbol. Why we require a symbol in that? This is nothing but comment tag. So in the case of comment tag, less than percent, we will use it. Okay. Why we require the comment tag in that? Because of comment tag less than percent, that is enough in fact. Even with that only, it should work for us. So it should be working fine. Percent, okay, fine. It is not required here. This much only we should write. This is called as a comment tag. In the JSP tag, it's a comment, and this is what exactly a declaration tag. We are declaring two variables. One is object R&D, other one is age. This is called as here expression tag. Here you are evaluating value. Less than percent equal to age when you write whatever value in the age you have, it's getting evaluated. Next thing is here what this is called as here a scriptlet. Here we are running some code block. This is nothing but code block we are running. We are comparing the age with the 18. So if it is greater than or equal to 18, show the this person is adult with the blue color. Otherwise, try to show with the green color. Like this we have written. This part is called as a scriptlet. 15th one is called as basically scriptlet here. So you can write tags like this. So here we are using 5 different types of tags. One is with the page directive. Second thing is comment tag. Third one is what exactly declaration tag. The fourth one is going to be expression tag. And fifth one is going to be here comment tag. Fifth one is going to be scriptlet tag. So like this we are using here four types of tags in the JSP. And other one, here we include the libraries in this page. To include library in the page, we need to write here import equal to java.util.star. With the help of that Java library, you can add within the JSP here. Any questions on this? Taral, any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So, Gaurav, you have any questions on this?
No, sir.
So these will be generated dynamically in the server side. This is JSP tag. Just like HTML tags, we have these tags. So inside this, sometimes you can declare variables, sometimes you can go with the directives like page directive. It is saying that this is a page. It's a page, it's saying like this.
Can I ask actually a question?
Yes.
So I just give an example.
Yes.
And then you just ask, could you please tell me whether actually like we should use JSP or Servlet?
Yes.
So suppose that we have I want to create a website.
Yes.
And then I will give give an option to the viewer.
Yes.
Of the website.
Yes.
That he or she can put a formula.
Yes.
With few parameters inside that formula.
Yes.
And that website solve that formula.
Yes.
And give the response.
Okay. So first of all, they are going to save a formula, and the formula must be saved somewhere in the website. Fine. So then you should be calling the formula as when needed. Correct?
Sorry, say that again.
See, if he or she may be entering some formula that must be saved in the database. Later on, whenever you want to use a formula, when you call formula with proper data, that should be getting executed. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So in such cases,
saving a formula is not a problem. You can do this. Like you can actually
using HTML, you enter the formula. In the string format only you must enter formula. Okay. But whenever you send to server, you may be saving that in the database as a formula. Column name can be something like formula, like where you are going to save that data. But whenever your business logic is retrieving that formula, how to interpret that formula, that has to know the logic you have to inbuild into the application there. In the Java servlet, in the Java servlets you can put, or you can keep a bean, Java bean. So in the bean probably you can incorporate the functionality. You are saving some formula. Whenever you save formula, it's going to be the text format. But whenever you take formula, and your business logic should be in a position to understand the formula there. You may be typing some formula. For example, you write C equal to A plus B. You write like this. When you save it as, it's going to be like text only. But what grammar we are going to use, how you understand the formula, that is going to be important. You can use here Servlet, or you can use Java bean for retrieving data from the database and to do any business logic on that. If you simply retrieve formula, that is not enough. Along with the formula, probably you send some data from the client. Client may enter some data. For example, you take a plus b whole square. In that case, they enter a, they enter value for a, they enter value for b. Then once they submit, you have to call there a plus b whole square. So whenever you are retrieving formula, how you are going to understand that, that's important actually there. A plus b whole square formula. Even for that, you may write a code, or you may be doing in whatever manner business logic you want to implement, you to implement there. So for that purpose, you can use there actually some servlet, or you can use Java B. You can use servlet. Servlet should be in a position to retrieve data from the database. Then after that, it should be holding that in the object for time being. So this object should be getting event data from the HTML page also. So to input data, first of all, to save formula, you require HTML page. Similarly, when you want to test formula at that time, also sample data you need to send. So in both the cases, you require HTML pages. Whenever you want to submit the formula, at that time, you should be going into Servlet. So using Servlet, you are going to save that in the database. Okay, you are going to use Servlet. With the help of Servlet, you are going to send data to database. That is one option. Then after that, whenever you are testing data, you are inputting some data, on that you are applying some formula. So in such case, other servlet you have to use. With the help of that, we need to retrieve. Then result you have to display. Either you can use JSP or you can use actually servlet. It depends on you. But JSP can be much better because everything like HTML tags only you can have in that. You can retrieve data from database. You can calculate instantly on the page. You can show. Otherwise, if you take servlet, lot of formatting you need to do there. You have to write println statement, or you have to write method. With the help of that, we need to format and we need to display. So instead of that, if you use JSP, that would be really very much fine. So using JSP, first of all, you input data. So in the server side, you can write code. When it's submitted, in the server side, you can process it. So process is nothing but actually you can host the same page. I mean you have a JSP page, you submit data, it goes into server side. In the server side, you can process data. Process is nothing but if it is formula submission, it saves in the database. If it is actually testing a formula, what you do, you select formula, followed by you enter the input data. So again that you send to the server. In the server, you can be processing. Either you can do on the JSP page that one, or you can be doing with the servlet. So, but if you use JSP, that would be better rather than servlet. Getting my point, Stephen?
Yeah. So what about actually, I didn't just understand the business logic, you know. So suppose that actually, like I understand, so formulas is not usually easy.
Yes.
So is that possible, like for example, by clicking the submit, not the submit button, the square, like
yes.
you can write the formulas, just a new pad comes, like a new keyboard with the symbols. That you can actually like use that symbols like to put. How we can do this?
Can you repeat, please? Can you speak a bit louder, please? I mean, voice is actually.
So I'm actually that you don't have the formulas, option symbols in the keyboard.
Yes.
So probably actually like so you need another pretty much similar keyboard. With the symbols that you can use for the formulas.
Yes.
So how we can actually like insert the symbols?
No, all these symbols, first of all, you must define. In the database, you will define. Whenever you use that symbol, automatically, as per symbol, it should be getting mapped and that formula should be brought there. So for every symbol, there should be some definition again. For every symbol, you need to define something. So as per the definition, it can be processing it. You have a workflow for everything again. You are going to have a workflow. So that workflow you have to define. First of all, you write a equal to suppose a plus b. In that case, what you do? First, divide that into tokens. Then after that, you take the first token as actually some kind of element there. I have to save data like that. Then after that, example I am saying. Second element you take, third element you take, convert them into numbers. Then after that, add them, store the results into third element. Like that something, you need to clearly define the sequence flow. Accordingly, you can do it. Saying like this can be difficult in fact, Stephen. So if you have some write-up, as per that I can say. Can you put in the, I make a presenter, can you do something on the notepad, how exactly it has to be done, what you want to do, can you display in the notepad, you can describe that, with that I can understand easily.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, shall I make a presenter?
No, I mean, it's a big project. It's not like that easy. I mean,
It's
but
not. It's
but
definitely because see,
I understood the
for
idea.
formula, every formula, there should be some kind of, some kind of parsing is required. Formulas are actually, nowhere you have any type of data like formula. Probably you must define your own type called as formula. So whenever you treat with formula, certain rules you need to go on in that. You have to follow certain rules whenever you create formula. So with that formula, with that rules only, you can be calling the formula, you can get the result. So it is going to be your own data structure kind of thing you have to devise. Then with help of that you can do it. Because whatever you enter from keyboard, it is going to be something like actually plain text only. You save like plain text only, but whenever you write formula, you need to follow certain rules. Automatically it can't understand that. Of course, you can write something a plus b. You write in the case of a plus b. I mean by taking the data by comparing symbols there, a is there, plus is there, b is there. See, arithmetic operation you may find like that, but that is going to be really daunting task. You have to define clearly what a formula is. So how to pass parameters into formula? In the formula, what is the exactly how the formula is working? When you have that information, you can make it working. In fact, so definitely that meta information is required along with the formula. Then application can process that particular thing. So you need to have how the formula is going to work. That is important in that.
Okay, thank you.
It is going to be somewhat, it's not that complex, but considerable amount of time is required. So it is not for coding, but for defining the process, that is going to be important. How things are going to work, that is really important in that. So here we use different types of tags in this. There are 5 different types of tags. We have comment tag, then similarly we have a declaration tag, then here we have a directive tag, expression tag, and other thing is what here, execution tags, that is nothing but scriptlet. We have like this. We are using here if condition. In the same manner, you can use even switch case inside the JSP. In the JSP page, even you can have a switch case also. So using switch case, you can go with the multi-way branching. You can do multi-way branching with the help of the switch case. We have done something with the switch case some time back. So in the same manner, you can do with the switch case. Now next thing is going to be here, how to use loops in this. We require sometimes loops, how to use loops, see in this. We can use loops here. In the JSP, we can be using loops. Here, we can declare methods of our own. Similarly, we can have control statements. In the scriptlet, we have written control statements. We can have even the loops in this. You can declare your own method. You can have even here your own loop also. But before that, let me do here some kind of method declaration. I declare here one method inside this. So just like the normal variables, I can declare a method also. Here less than %, then followed by in this. Here I am going to make exclamation, and this will be here. I write like int, use like this. Int, this one is not int, I use here string. String, this is right. Lucky number 7 digit. I want to make something like this. I want to generate some 7 digit lucky number. For that purpose, I want to define a method here in this. So here in this, I can be writing code this way. Inside this, use string buffer, string builder. I can use sb equal to new string builder. We can create a string builder object in this. Followed by here, we try to retrieve some 7 digits. Similarly, we use here random object RND. Object RND already we have, it's created for us. So, but any one more we create here, random object r equal to new random. This is, we make like this. Then after that we'll be retrieving value this way. We use a for loop, write int x equal to 0, x less than 7, x plus plus, we put like this, and inside this we try to generate 7 times. Now sb dot append, we try to append here, sb dot append, and as far as append is concerned, different type of data can be appended to this. Here write object r, then dot, next int, and here try to give 9, a number we get like this. At the end of that we need to return the value. Right here return this is object r, then dot toString. So we can convert into string and we try to return the value. Like this we have written our own method inside the JSP page. Inside JSP page we have written our own method. Then after this let me try to print here. So first of all I use here h2, then write here your lucky number. In this page visit is your lucky number. In this page visit is, here we go with the expression we use like this here, sorry, percent equal to, you can call the method there. The method is here lucky number 7 digit. Use it, try to put here in this area. This is call like this, then try to show this one. Let me render once again this JSP page. Require class files. Okay. Fine. There is some mistake coming up in this. Let me go to this. Try to give lucky number 7 digit you have taken. Lucky number 7 digit string builder we have taken. Okay. Next int up to 9 we take here. For loop, with for loop we are trying to do this, x less than 7. That many times we do. It's a mistake, it's giving. Once again try to render. Okay, line number 20 in JSP file index.jsp. Character sequence cannot be resolved, it's saying here. Require dot class file. Line number 17. If we go to line number 17, new string builder we have taken. Okay, 17, if it's giving problem, we'll try to use only just string here. Should not give any problem like that. String str equal to like this. Str plus equal to to put like dot toString. We don't have any toString like this. This should be string dot toString we use
think you can do it the way you first had it. You just have to return SB. You were returning the wrong thing.
No, string only. I mean, not string builder. I should be returning like string only because I have written this as string there. So string lucky number 7-digit. I'm trying to display there. So it should be value of I take here. So value of.
You're returning object R to string though.
Yes, because here string is the output type for me. This string is output type, so I should have their string only. I should convert to string builder should be converted to that. It should give.
Yeah, but you should be returning the object.
Yes, see, this is what I have written. Okay, correct. Fine. Yes. Correct. What I'm trying to do was wrong, in fact. Correct. Yes. No, but this should be sp dot toString. Take this, try to put. Okay. Boxes of mine, that is. Modules names. This one sp.toString when I take, it should convert. In fact, I am adding the next number into that. It should be returning for us the required value. Okay. Once again, try this.
Sir?
Yes.
Are you allowed to say that that other line where you say it is next int? Are you required to cast that as a string? Otherwise, you're appending an int to a string.
See, no, if you look at the append, what is happening in this? It can accept different type of data. Take here dot append. In this, if you look at dot append, it is overloaded. Look at this, it has been overloaded. We can take append number of times. Different type of data can be added. Boolean data, character data, integer data, long data. All this can be added here. It should accept append int. Integer also must be added to string there. What's the reason why it is giving? Just a minute. What I do? Take these two things. Okay. Then I take these two things. Cut here. I go to declaration section. Inside this, try to declare the variables here in this. Declare in that area. Followed by here, try to use them. But here, as we have declared there, it should be the scope should be global. Return sp.toString be right here. sp.append be right here. sb dot clear. First of all, everything I would like to sb dot this is. We take this one sb dot. This should be delete, not deleting. sb dot remove no, not remove. This is sp dot neither delete nor this should be. I have to clean everything, clear everything, notify, replace, reverse. Nobody wants this is difficult. sp dot this is clear. I don't have any clear here. Then sp dot delete also I can use deletion. Whatever I have here, deletion cannot work in this. sp dot remove all we don't have. sp equal to, even this is wrong, sp dot replace zero comma 1 0 comma sp dot length up to with the empty string. Try to replace like this. I try to make here. After that I should be appending here sp dot append. If that is the reason why it is saying like this, I should see. Try to put here. Okay, object R&D, then dot next int some 9 I put here. Up to 9 should be taking it. Otherwise I return token should be getting returned only in this. So here it is string 7-digit lucky number. When you see a return, what's the problem in this? Should be returning value. Right there, return sp dot toString we put here. What's the problem in this? Why it has to give this kind of error message? sp dot append I have taken. Delete this token. Why? It is string only. What's the problem in this? Everything is correct only in this. Why it is saying like this error? It should not say any error here. Return, delete this token, it says. Why this token has to be deleted? Return is required in that. Yeah, suppose I delete. What happens with that? The method is going to be string, this is here, string lucky number 7-digit. We are going to return that. Problem we have taken, return sp dot toString semicolon we put here. Okay, it's behaving odd sometimes. Okay. Character sequence can't be resolved there. Character sequence can't be resolved in this. Okay, R&D dot next. When I say x is 0, x less than 7, x plus plus. Next int, therefore what I'm doing is just put like 48 plus I put clarifying this. Index line number 23, SB dot append 48 plus obj R&D. Next int, let me make character and try to do like this. But it is as per definition, it should accept. It should accept. This time if it is accepting, it's fine. Numbers also can be taken as characters, same there. It should accept in such cases. Okay. Fine. So what is the problem? Explore. Let me first of all take like this, just delete this here, put here int. I can use here just random object R&D. I can use here, write return object R&D, then dot, this is next int. Next int I use here, followed by integer number I put here 99999 like this. Try to take this. I want to return this value. Then whatever is getting returned, I would like to show here in the lucky number 7 digit. So individual digits I wanted to select and I wanted to show, but somehow that's not working. Finish on this. Showing now 378047. If you refresh, you can be getting something different there. So every time you refresh, showing you different data. Like this is going to be working with us. Here it is retrieving you the 7-digit lucky number. Like this, you can define a function. The function you can use. If you look at this code, here we defined our own method. The method we are calling int lucky number 7-digit. That method we are using. Though syntactically it was correct, but internally it was calling some string builder, so due to that it could not do, I think, something. I'll explore what's the reason, I'll tell you tomorrow. But why it is not working, I find out that. So when you use string builder, it was not working. Now here what happened, all the it's returning every time a new number. Every time it's returning a new number which is going to be 7-digit. We declared a method here, that method we are using in the code here like this. This is exactly what lucky number 7 digits. This is called as here method declaration. Similarly, we can use here control statements. We can use control statements. This is my normal declaration only. Normal variable declaration, we declared method we are using. Now next thing is going to be control statements. In the control statements, we use the for loop, then we use while loop, do while loop. Those can be used. So that we do tomorrow. This is basically JSP. With JSP, you can, write better code when compared with the Java servlets. Servlets are going to be really very cumbersome. So every time we need to use printf statement or write statement with the help of that, you can do with the servlets. But as far as JSP is concerned, you can mix up both JSP code, JSP tags with the HTML tags. So here, with a lot of comfort, you can be making the web pages when compared with the servlets. In the case of servlet, every time when you want to output something, you need to write return statement or you want to use write statement. With the help of that, you should do. But as far as this JSP is concerned, you can mix up code with the HTML and you can write your own tags also, JSP tags. We know that there are 5 types of tags we can do: declaration tags, then similarly directive tags, then expression tags, then we have code blocks, there's nothing but scriptlets, and other thing is comment tags. So we can do all Java coding inside them also. How you do normal Java coding, you can do inside this also. If you are getting some problem with method declaration, I resolve that. What is the problem? I look into that. So you can declare methods also here. You can use those methods. JSP is basically made for better user interfaces. But you can have in the page some business logic also if required. Normally you should not put business logic in the view, but if required, you can put the business logic also in the JSP. So everything you can put in the same JSP page. Normally views must be containing only HTML. Only HTML content you should have. But if required, you can put in the JSP some business logic. Some little processing you can put in the JSP page. Normally from JSP, you should send data to server side, to the servlets, just to process data. Results of that you need to take and again you need to embed within the JSP only. But normally you should not show the output with the help of the servlets because you need to format it, not a coding you need to put. It's compulsory activity. You try to work with the servlets. See, for business logic, in the background we can use servlets, but as far as output is concerned, the servlets if you try to show, it does not look nice. So therefore, you can show using JSP and the servlet, you can have the business logic. So here, tomorrow we are going to do with the MVC, model view controller architecture. In that, we create one business object that is going to be Java B. Then in that we incorporate some kind of business logic. Then we have servlet, it's going to act as controller, and view is going to be HTML page. HTML as well as JSP, they can be views. So we implement model view controller that way. Any questions?
No, sir. Hello?